So it's a new season in League One. Hit like and subscribe. Let's go live the dream. What's up guys, ChasingLamely here with episode number 52 of Living the Dream, and in today's episode we are going to be playing Walsall in the first game of the season, which on paper should be a fairly easy tie. If we look at the season preview, you'll see we're predicted to finish 9th. I don't know if you can see it because of the camera, I think you can. Walsall are 15th, apparently, or will finish 15th, predicted to finish 15th in League 1. However, we do have a slight big issue. And that issue can be seen on your screen in the tactics screen. So Alex Kirk is suspended for 3 matches. Nathan Phillips is injured and returning in 4 days. Steve Hardy injured for the next probably 2 weeks. Rory Mascara suspended just for this game. Mashevsky injured for this game, back soon. And Michael Curtis out for another 2 weeks as well, which is a slight problem. So you can see the team on your screen there. We'll zoom up and we'll go into the game immediately. We've got Harry Starkey in goal, Larry Lee, Diego Silva and Nico Jones are the centre-half partnership. Essentially all four of our usual defensive lineup is missing. So Larry Lee, of course, we've seen before. We know he can do a job there. Diego Silva, I don't know if we've seen on the save before. We haven't actually seen on the save before. He's a Brazilian 18-year-old. He's currently on bid for loan from Bromley. He's a decent right back. He's also a decent centre-half. Obviously, he's playing at centre-half today. Big potential for my youth team. Spent a season on loan at Bath. Looked pretty good. And then Nico Jones, of course, we saw. I think we last saw Nico Jones in the Panorama National League. Yeah, he hasn't played for us since the National League. So he didn't even play in League 2 last season because he was on loan at Dulwich Hamlet instead. So this is how makeshift this defensive lineup is. Barry Lee, of course, you saw in the last episode, a new signing from Manchester City, playing at left back. We have Aris Kerrigan on the right. Cisse and Lewis Jeffries, another player I think we haven't seen. Lewis Jeffries, a young Welshman and 21 international. He's wanted by a bunch of clubs. Carlisle, the latest one, but a load of clubs came for over the summer. But he's actually a decent looking midfielder as well, so he's going to probably play quite a lot this season. He's going to be kind of the preferred backup in midfield. So he's coming in for his debut today as well, no pressure. Ethan Watson fills in on the left because obviously we've sold our best left winger, as you will have seen again in the last episode. So Ethan Watson, who again I don't think has played since the National League. He hasn't played since the National League. Didn't even go on loan last season. He has been developing quietly in the background in the under-23s, but he is now our first choice on the left-hand side. We need to see big things from him. And then up top we've got Gary Petty and Marshall Wickham, who both came through towards the back end of last season. On the bench we have McCormack, Barton, Yeltsin, French, King, Stewart and Hadaway. So that is our lineup for our first game out in League One. Like I said, there's about 6-7 players who would usually be starters missing. So 7 players who would have made the lineup under any other circumstances missing, and Jason Porter not making the team because he is no longer actually technically good enough to play for us, which is sad, but that is the way the world turns. Let's get into it, shall we? So in the dressing room, I wanted to say we're the underdogs here, and that suits us down to the ground. Go and cause an upset. Did nothing. There was no point me even talking to the players. Diego Silva looks nervous, which is not something we want to see, and I'm hoping we can get through this one unscathed. If we can take a draw here, I'll be quite happy with 7 players missing. And Walsall on the ball early, but Watson has managed to intercept the pass. Nico Jones with the ball forward. Bennett heads it clear, but Kerrigan is there. Petty is through. Can he score? Petty, Gary Petty! Our first goal of the season in League One. His first goal in League One. Gary Petty picking up where he left off last season, looking like a really promising youngster. And I think as long as we don't get some stupid bids for him, will hopefully stay with us for at least a couple of years, really develop as a player. I think he's got Premier League potential. I've got real faith this guy's got Premier League potential, and that's kind of what we need to see from him. Throw in now for Walsall on the far side, McDonald to Kinsella to Cochrane and to Bennett, and we need to start breaking this down again. Ball goes through to McDonald. We need to make a save here. Starkey has made a save, but it's offside anyway, and that's a lucky escape. Free kick for Walsall. They're coming back at us thick and fast. Norman puts the cross in. Starkey makes the big old save. And if we can start turning this into attack, we'll start looking very good. He's given the ball straight away to Comley, though. But Watson there making the interception. Lee ball forward, and now it's with Kerrigan. Can Aris Kerrigan get himself through? Petty is through again. Can he make it 2? He can make it 2. Gets as close as he can to the goalkeeper. Wants to look him straight in the eyes. He's a look the guy in the whites of his eyes kind of guy, and then just powers it home. It tells the keeper he's got no chance. Psychological warfare. That's what we're doing here. Really good setup again from Kerrigan. Finds Petty in space. Gets as close as possible and just smashes it past him so he knows who it was that did the damage. And can Gary Petty get himself a hat-trick today? Free kick for Walsall, deep, goes with a cross into the box. Kinsella is there, back post. Liam Kinsella scoring for Walsall to bring them back into the game. Starkey shouldn't have been beaten at the near post. The commentator's absolutely right. But he's a young man. This is a level that's probably 2 levels actually above his ability. Hopefully he will develop as the season goes on, and he'll prove himself to be a really good League One goalkeeper. I think he's got the potential to at least do that. But, you know, the game's going to be tight. I said it was going to be difficult. I said I'd take a draw at the beginning, and I stand by that because we have so many players missing. Our first team might have done some damage to Walsall, but I don't know if this team is going to be the one that racks up a cricket score as Wickham picks up the throw in from Lee, and now Lee is going on a run. Plays it down the line to Ethan Watson. Puts in the cross. Bennett heads it back away, but Watson picks it up again. Another cross into the box, and it's cleared again by Will Fish. Nico Jones going forward, looking for Watson. Can Watson cut it back? He can, and Petty is there. Gary Petty with a first half hat-trick on his first appearance in League One, on the club's first appearance in League One. Gary Petty has made himself an instant hero, and that might actually put him in favoured personnel, because Walsall are, of course, one of our Midlands rivals. So it's very, very possible that has put Gary Petty so early into his career into favoured personnel for the club. I'll have a quick check after the game. But, you know, what a way to introduce yourself to the Walsall fans. And it's 3-1 now. And that's half-time, and things are looking pretty special. This has been slightly easier than I thought it might be. Probably famous last words. They might well come back and please with your performance. Keep it going, lads. That's all we need to say. Let's get into the second half and let's see if we can keep this up. Corner for us. Jeffries taking it short to Cisse. Cisse cuts it back to Larry Lee. Larry Lee puts it into the box and Wickham is there. It's offside. It's always going to be offside, unfortunately. Larry Lee would have been better off having a pop there. I've just realised I'm going to get very confused at various points this season because I have Larry Lee on the right and Barry Lee on the left. One of them's going to need a nickname. Suggestions in the comments, why not? That's probably going to get confusing for all of us at some stage this season. Free kick, edge of the box for Walsall. They made a couple of subs. King has come on at centre-half. Great save by Starkey there. Dave King's come on at centre-half, replacing Nico Jones, and Justin Hadaway has come on for Marshall Wickham. Corner, Larry Lee takes it short to Henry Stewart, who's just come on as a sub to Barry Lee. Barry Lee having a pop over the bar, and that would have been a way to introduce himself on his debut, but he's not quite pulled it off, and we are heading into injury time, and hopefully this should be rounding out the game. I don't know why it tried to show us a throw-in that was never going to come. Hopefully this will be the throw-in that comes. Can we get ourselves a fourth goal from this? A disallowed goal. It's going to show us a replay of a disallowed goal I didn't even see. I promise you I didn't see that highlight. I haven't cut that out. I didn't see that highlight, and I don't know why it's showing me that after. It feels like that would have been a key highlight. I don't know. Your answer's on a postcard. Answers on a postcard. It's a 3-1 win over Walsall. People have written us off, and you've proved them wrong. Well done on a great result. Let's go have a quick look after we've done all of the usual waiting time and see if we have got Gary Petty onto favoured personnel. Sadly, no such luck for Gary Petty joining favoured personnel, but that's fine. So to wrap up, we're coming back. I'm actually only going to skip one game. We're going to come back for another local derby against Coventry in the League Cup first round. That feels like a solid place to come back. So we're going to come back for the Coventry game, which should be nice and straightforward for us to, get beaten in because Coventry are in the Championship now. It's fine. Anyway, guys, you can find me on the socials below. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon at ChasingLamely. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, which is up there somewhere. Magic Graphic reminds you to like, subscribe, ring the bell, all notifications, because that way you get to find out when I go live in the FM Premier League. In fact, just after recording this, I am going live in the FM Premier League, funnily enough. So that's fun. If you haven't seen that video, if you didn't check it out live, go and check out in the live section of my channel. We're playing Dave FM today. We are playing as Arsenal. I believe he's playing as Everton. My brain's fuzzy. Either way, should be a good game. And in the meantime, guys, I have as always been Chasing Lamely. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Have a good one.